Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it, okay? And I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here, okay? You put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey, okay? Your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin probably, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nordic Sea Moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what's up? Listen, we're back for another BondyBlue show, and girl, we have so much stuff to talk about, and hopefully we can get it done before my lash appointment. Okay, I think we can though. I think we absolutely can. First of all, before I get into it, oh my God, were you guys at the Ooh Ladies First panel? Well, if you're not a member, then you weren't. But if you are a member of any of our channels, any of our paid sites, hi everybody, then you probably got a link. And girl, the Discord and the conversation has been ablaze. Okay, everybody's been talking about it. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. There was definitely tea spilled during our interview with Destiny. It will premiere this evening, I believe 7 p.m. Central Time. It will premiere for everybody on Niecy Dixon's channel. Okay, so y'all make sure that y'all check it out if you are not a member. But it was definitely a really, really good interview, and I appreciated Destiny's openness about things. Now I still, listen, I still I feel how I feel about some things. We've already talked about this in the Discord this morning, that y'all are tiring me out, but I still feel how I feel about the way I think that everybody is coming at Mel right now. Like I feel how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to change how I feel based off the interview, because there was nothing in that interview that made me feel like I should change my mind about the fact that I feel like everybody's kind of, in their feelings and being petty towards her, for whatever reason. Just how I feel about it, babe. But it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Because I still like Destiny. I feel like it was a great interview. I feel like she definitely cleared some things up for us. And she was beautiful. She was very beautiful. She showed up looking amazing. So I was very happy that it went the way it did. And once again, thank you, Destiny, because you definitely helped uplift my energy. I'm not even gonna lie, because I was just kind of like, oh, here we go. I didn't know what it was gonna be, girl. And my week has already been I've been mentally and emotionally drained somewhat. But it definitely gave me a little pep back in my step, girl. I'm not even gonna lie. It definitely helped, revitalize a bit. Okay. So yeah, y'all. Stephanie, honestly, I feel like folks are looking for grace from Mel that they're not extending to her. I feel like that. And I also feel like all of the women on the show do this thing. And I'm talking about Mel included. All of the women on the show do this thing where I feel like they protect the image of the men, and basically roll over each other, in some aspects. And I don't like it. And I think it's sad. But at the same time, I mean, reality TV is usually just a microcosm for what's going on in real life. And in real life, this is what we do. In real life, people disregard their homegirls, fuck their homegirls because they got some dick. You know what I'm saying? And then when that happens, the dick is allowed to act a fool. The dick is allowed to be around here running amok in the palace. But your homegirl, she can't misstep not a one. Your homegirl can't never fuck up, okay? But your nigga, on the other hand, can be a consummate and habitual line stepper. It's amazing. It's amazing, y'all. Hold on, I'm trying to get this right because I want to lean back into my chair, child. Okay. But yes, I am so happy to see everybody. 365 people in the room. All right. Like I said, check out the interview tonight, Niecy Dixon's channel, 7 p.m. Central Time. The Ooh Ladies First panel got through an hour and a half interview. It's probably gonna be cut down because we had some technical issues. But yeah, Destiny came through and spilled, and we appreciate her. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all, I'm hearing from the Discord. Is this true, Discord? People tell me because I didn't see this tea anywhere else. But did the girls have to go and get their own picture taken? Like, did they have to do their own thing? Y'all, let me know. Somebody said they had to do their own shoot because the shoot that they had previously wasn't that great. Is that what am I to believe, you guys? Because I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. Let me look down Candy's because I can't remember what the original. Yes, this was the one that we saw. This is the one that we saw. Um, and so I guess the girls weren't feeling this one. I guess the girls felt like we can do a little better. I honestly felt like everybody looked amazing in this shoot. Sheree definitely looked like somebody mama. Down to the church function. Okay, the rich lady down to the church function. That's what it's giving. It's giving church lady, nice church, mega church. I'm involved. Okay, so when we have an event, baby, I shows up, smelling good, looking good, everything. Okay, but it's definitely covering. It's giving body shape, but it's covering all of the things. Okay. This is the original one, I guess. I really love Sonia Sanchez in here. And I think Candy looks amazing as well. I actually feel like Marlo looks pretty. And so does Kenya. And so does Drew. Really don't like Sheree's dress. But I guess they didn't like that one. And so they went and did one for themselves. I guess that's what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's true. And this is what we got. This is better. This is better. Like, this is better. I'm gonna tell you what's going on with Marlo. Because somebody was like, Marlo, what's going on? I like Marlo's dress. I think that Marlo threw the dress up. You know what I'm saying? So they caught it in flow. They caught it in movement. When everybody else, except for Sonya looks like her dress is in, her skirt is in movement as well. But I think everybody looks amazing here. I think Candy looks good on the floor down there. Hey, girl. I think Kenya is giving, Lady Pimp, and I'm feeling it. Like, I'm here for it. I love me a white suit girl. Like, I don't know if y'all know, but a bitch could have been born in the 70s because I love me a good white suit girl. And this is the Sheree I want to see. This right here, Sheree, this is spring summer, and this is what I want to see. It's spring summer, and it's giving what I want to see. Okay, I'm here for it completely and without a doubt. This is a great look for you, honey. And then we have Drew, and I feel like Drew is giving pretty much the same thing. It's giving sexier in this one. So yeah, I like Drew's look as well. She looks pretty. So yeah, y'all, I saw this pop up and I was wondering, I think we feel like it looks better. She looked like she could have been spinning or the fan. Yeah. It was blowing the dress, do those shoes look familiar that Marlo has on? And they definitely came in a box. I don't know if they look familiar. I don't pay attention to shoes like that. Like, not on people in pictures. Like, not like, probably not like I should, girl. Probably Maybe not like I should because I like shoes, but like I didn't even look down at any of their feet for some reason. What else? I'm glad she won't be the villain this season. Who won't be the villain? Kenya? Girl, I need a break from Kenya being a villain too. You know what I mean? Let's see. She's gonna do something weird because I think she's socially awkward, but because she's a beautiful black woman, it doesn't come off that way. But Kenya's socially awkward. Do those shoes? Yeah, I read that one. Where's the one I was trying to read? She looked like I read that one. Okay, I'm over this. Are we good? The original picture wasn't bad, but the picture they commissioned on their own looks like the brand that is 14 seasons in. Yeah, it looks shinier. It looks shinier. The background looks better. The floor being like it's all just done better. Let's take a little quick look back at the first one. Like, because it's not that, thank God Candy don't be out here posting out the ass. Yeah, like, look at this. It looks like, this is just a plain studio with these chairs, and it's like lean on the chairs and stand there. Like, it's nothing, it's not giving like that. It's giving second season. That's what it's giving. It's giving second season. It's not giving season 14. Okay? It's not. Like the glass on the floor. Girl, this is giving season 14. And I really want for Bravo to get their shit together. I don't know what Bravo has going on over there. Maybe they're going through some mergers and acquisitions, child. Who knows? I don't know nothing about the business over there, but I know that they need to gather themselves. Gather themselves and pull it together, because we don't need you out here making the girls look bad after they made y'all all that money over there. That's what we don't feel like. We're not going to keep doing this with y'all, where y'all give all of this money and all of this, praise to other shows that don't make y'all nearly as much as Real Housewives of Atlanta. But we're going to act like that's not what the situation is, because that's how they be. But anyway, it's cute. Let's move on. Girl, so many things, all from the Instagram, all from the Instagram. Okay, let's go ahead and get into whatever happened with the BAM and our girl Mama D.
So you and Mama D have a lot of
It's
situations
Trixie.
going on right now. I see
It's
on
tricky.
social
Raquel
media.
Harper.
Mama D went to Shay, I believe.
Baby shower.
She went to Shay's event, I believe. And then she had said something as pertaining to you and her relationship is not that good. What exactly is going on with that?
Child, Love and Hip Hop coming back.
Well, as you can see, like I honestly, I didn't say.
Oh.
Honestly, I didn't say anything. Like I had never even mentioned to her that I felt like it was a problem of her like having a friendship with Shay or anything like that. I honestly don't care. Like I don't have any type of issue with Shay.
I do like the fact that she's doing this interview in her store. Shimmer.
So with that being said, like I never said anything. She was arguing with a fan who mentioned me up under the post. And so the fan said that it was disrespectful. Honestly, I didn't say anything. Like
it's not disrespectful.
Who mentioned me up under the post. And so
Fans
the fan said that it was disrespectful. So then she just like went crazy and just started calling me insecure, and I'm the reason why her and her son isn't speaking, and all kind of stuff. And so I just text her. I'm like, hey, like, what is going on? Like, I honestly do not care about your friendship. Like, but why are you like dragging me into this mess? Like, it has nothing to do with me. Absolutely nothing.
Did you, when you text her, did you come at her in the wrong manner? Did you threaten her? Because that's where she was basically that's what she was basically saying.
Yeah, I've seen all these blogs running with that narrative talking about, oh, she threatened her mother-in-law. And I'm like, where's the threat? I said, keep that same energy when you see me in person, because I had just saw her and it was like, oh, hey, my daughter-in-law. Oh, my God, I love you. All this. And then 2 days later, like, on the internet talking about a fan.
So this is allegedly what the BAM sent to Mama D. Please have the same energy you got on Instagram. I like the way she cut it off. You got on Instagram. The next time you see me in person, I'm sick of you trying me, and I'm always giving you a pass and making excuses for your behavior. Keep my name out of your mentions and your mouth. Okay, you must need some attention today. I never thought loving someone with good intentions will cause my life to be threatened behind a picture of me and Shay Johnson, but it's all good in the palace. And Sheree Whitfield voice, who gonna check me, boo? Why she add everybody? Girl, listen. Mama D, you being messy. Now, Bam,
Bam. I'm trying to see. Let's see. Let's see if we can find where the text message is. Like, let me see. I never thought like, okay, so this is the video.
I love you. I told you, you see, thank you for sharing this moment. I know. And you've had your hurdles with her, but it's okay.
Mama D's being messy. So Latrice Amazing said, so disrespectful to the BAM. Latrice need to get a life. The real Mama D said, Latrice Amazing 32, I'm down for who down for me. I've never heard BAM even give a fuck about what I ate. Send me flowers for my birthday. Give me a greeting card. I suppose to leave Shay alone because she's insecure. She's fucking insecure. And she's dragging my son. And my son and I are not even speaking because of her insecurities. I'm done. Girl, this is exactly why you don't see your grands now, messy self. Girl, I don't have no control over people insecurities over friendship in that order, period. Okay, in that order. Okay. I'm just okay. So Mama D, you did all of this in the comments. You did all of this in the comments before the BAM said anything. Okay? This is what you said. You said I'm down for who down for me. Okay? You said BAM don't give a fuck about you. You went in on BAM. You said she insecure. You said she dragging your son. You said a lot, Mama D. You said a lot. Why you let Latrice, gaslight you into starting even more drama with your family, Deborah? Deborah, this is immature, Deborah. Deborah, I'm gonna call you Deborah because Mama D seems to like put you in a mindset of this character. Deborah. Deborah girl. Deborah, this is wrong. Deborah, you made a wrong turn here with Latrice in the comments. You got to ignore these people, okay? Because a lot of times these people are slow. These people are missing chromosomes. They have too many chromosomes. Something is wrong in their mental. They're not all right. A lot of us think we're having conversations with normal thinking people. And that's no disrespect to anybody. But sometimes you are absolutely having conversations with people that are trying to antagonize you because they're like a child in the mind. Okay. That's why I said slow. Okay. Because you're a child in the mind, but you're an adult in the body. That means you have not caught up to your growth. You're slow. So I just feel like if Mama D were not also regressed, maybe she would not have these types of, moments on social media, putting all of the business out in the street. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta better be coming back and in that order. In that order. Okay, Mama D, for all of this, it better be coming back. Shimmering and shit, it better be coming back. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. What else is tea? All right. Love in Marriage Huntsville has another marriage in rocky waters. It looks like Letitia confronts her husband Marcel about cheating rumor surrounding a photo of a man in a hotel bed that went viral. Y'all, I have not talked to y'all about this, not once. And I don't talk to y'all about shit like this that comes out about Love and Marriage Huntsville because I want it to come out on the show. I want to talk about it once it gets to the show. And this is about to make it to the show. So I guess we'll go ahead and have a little conversation.
Have you seen it?
Okay, this is allegedly Marceau Scott in the picture. What you say?
What's the name of the hotel? I said it before. It's a non-negotiable for me.
And now she's gonna cry in the car. I told y'all she's gonna cry in the car. Okay, so this is the mess that they saying. This photo was taken about the photo in the bed, y'all. The photo was taken a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2. My friend's face is in the photo. I can crop it and send it without. So that's what they did. I want the original photo. 2 weeks ago in Atlanta, where was he when the photo was taken? Hotel time, some specifics would help greatly. Child, so your friend still messing with him? It's a shame. I know. She's stigmatized. He obviously out there slanging. I'm not sure of the specifics as far as the hotel. Excuse me, it wasn't a super well-known hotel or a fancy one because he always says he can't go to nice hotels. It was during the day on January 3rd or 4th. No, he would not be caught dead with anyone at dinner. Hotel only, they hung out there for a few hours. Okay, so fucked and went on about their way. That sound like married people cheating. That's what that sound like during the day. You know what I'm saying? But the dates connect. Okay, he posted this photo of Maurice. And it's so funny because I remember when he posted this, because I follow Marcel. I try not to engage in his comments because I talk so much shit about him, but I follow him. I just listen, when I say I talk shit, I'm very clear on what I'm saying when I say it. Anything that I say, I could back up to your face. So it don't even really matter. But I just choose not to be in somebody's comments when I don't know how they really feel about me. Okay, that's just me. Cause he be saying shit sometimes and I be wanting to comment, not about the show, but like, pick a song and shit, like, Voyage to Atlantis versus For the Love of You. And I was just like, that's so hard. But it's gonna be it's Voyage to Atlantis. It's Voyage to Atlantis for, I'm saying this, Marcel not watching me, but I have to answer this question because it was plaguing me when he commented. When he posted it yesterday, I was like, fuck, I want to comment, but I'm not. It's Voyage to Atlantis because of the guitar solo at the beginning. Anyway, but yes, he was in Atlanta. Okay, he was in Atlanta, like the text says, on the day that the text said, with the homegirl when the photo happened. So that confirms that he was in Atlanta at the time. Okay, and this definitely looks like that nigga's shoulder and head. Yo, I know. Listen, I'm mad that they zoomed this far in on it because the zoomed out picture of it looks like his head. Okay, like I'm not even gonna front. I'm not even gonna lie. It looked like you. Bye, bye, bye. Okay, look.
Of course, I think he took a linebacker to Africa.
Of course.
Of course, I think he took a linebacker to Africa.
Why are y'all calling the girls linebackers now? Like, what is that about? Like, Ariane, do you realize that now you're considered a linebacker? I don't know if she knows. I don't know if she knows. Even the ear, right? Like that definitely looks like the back of your head, good sir. We've seen the back of your head. I always go back to that one scene when he and his, his hips and everything, when he grabbed up Martell. I'm touching you, Martell. Took him out. So yeah, I feel like we know what the back of his head looks like. Y'all better like this video, but the Isley Brothers in general is so hard to pick a good song. There are so many classics. This is true. Okay, did you see him posting about learning how to cook rice because he's not honest with his wife, basically? What? Because he's not honest? Is that what that's supposed to be, honest with his wife? What that mean? Kristen, what that mean? Help me. He don't know how to cook rice. What? So Atlanta is definitely where they do their dirt. Seemingly. It's too much smoke surrounding this for there not to be some truth to it. That's how I feel, girl. Well, we'll see. I think she say linebackers because they are thick around the shoulders. No, I know what she means. I know what she means. But what I mean is now we're like, oh, I think Marceau took a linebacker to the hotel. You never said that Marceau was with the linebacker. You said Maurice was with the linebacker. So now to me, linebackers just means the women that y'all niggas fuck with outside of y'all main relationships. That's what that mean to me. Like, I just feel like you're trying to demean these women by pointing out their size as if you were not right there with them doing exactly what they were doing, which is on the trip for the hidden bitches. So do us all a favor. Calm down. Your back may be small, but your teeth are aplenty. Okay? Your back may be small, but those teeth are aplenty. Okay? So calm down. Calm down. Child, rice is a quickie, rice is it's a tricky thing. You got to watch it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't ever make the rice. I don't make the rice in this family. Lyric makes the rice. Like today, I plan on smothering some pork chops and doing some greens. Lyric's going to have to make the rice. I don't know what to tell him. We'll have greens until he gets home and makes the rice. That's just, yeah, I don't know. I had to work today too. I don't know. Anyway, so let's move on from there. Okay, so y'all know Viola Davis. They were like saying a lot of things about Viola Davis, and a lot of it was like about the way she held her mouth playing Michelle Obama. And it's terrible. Yeah. I haven't seen the episode, but the way she was holding her mouth, I'm not gonna lie. It was terrible. Like, why are we doing this? Thank you, Rhonda Killingsworth, for the Cash App. I appreciate you. You're greatly appreciated, my love. Okay. Um, During an interview with BBC News, Davis described her decision to hold her mouth that way as a bold choice. Critics obviously serve no purpose, and I'm not saying that to be nasty either, she explained. They always feel like they're telling you something that you don't know. Somehow that you're living a life that you're surrounded by people who lied to you. And I'm going to be the person that leans in and tells you the truth. So it gives them an opportunity to be cruel to you. But ultimately, I feel like it is my job as a leader to make bold choices. Win or fail, it is my duty to do that. Davis says it hurts to see people criticize her hard work, but says everything won't be award worthy. How do you move on from the hurt, from the failure? Okay. So here's my thing. I know she's holding her mouth funny, and it definitely takes over what we're looking at here. And then I also, I heard people being upset about her telling Barack that people saw him as a nigger and all of this type of stuff, a coon, whatever the fuck they were saying. But I'm like, so she wasn't supposed to have like an honest moment with her husband where she's telling him exactly what it is that people are feeling, saying, and thinking about him? Like, I just saw a lot of things that I felt like it was just being highly criticized. You know what I'm saying? And the mouth thing does bother me. I thought I had another post in here somewhere that, showed the scene of her talking, this actual scene that they posted there. Child, is terrible. But ultimately, I feel like, you win some, you lose some. She's still an amazing actress, and she's a character actor. And I think she tries to make moves, bold moves, like she says, that sometimes work out and sometimes don't. I think when she made bold choices in How to Get Away with Murder, it worked to her advantage. And with this, it just maybe came off a little too, too caricature like. Not realistic, but more theater. And yeah. But we still love Viola. You know what I'm saying? We still love Viola. Hard walking in heels, slobbering, crying, snot down the face. Viola, the mouth up like that, child. We love her. It don't matter. She can do no wrong. Okay. Kavan, thank you for the super chat. We all know Mrs. Viola. But the new Aunt Viv from Bel Air would have been perfect for this role. Love you, Aunt. You know what? She absolutely would. And I'm gonna tell you, this is not a movie. Whenever they do a real movie about their experience, it'll probably be somebody like her. But this was just like a 1-episode series on Showtime about first ladies. So it wasn't even like a full depiction of Michelle Obama, Also, I am a proponent for jasmine rice. I saw y'all in the comments. I usually don't eat any other type of rice. All we eat in the house now is jasmine rice. Yeah. There's that. So yeah, I'm with y'all on that. Let's move on. What else do I want to talk about? Okay.
Okay. Why elope as opposed to an actual wedding?
She wasn't talking to her parents at the time, or her mom at the time, I think.
On an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, she claimed that she was high on ecstasy.
I think that's unfair to, at this point, first of all, let's talk about Kim. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her family. I think that she should be more responsible with those statements, because there's a lot more to that subject and those things. And I could go into that and blow up the spot, but I wouldn't. And I've been very responsible in not talking about what that marriage was or what it meant to me. You don't stay married to somebody or be with somebody for 4 to 5 years and it's just based off of you getting high off of ecstasy. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Okay.
I don't know when somebody said that the whole relationship was them doing X together, but let me read. Kim Kardashian's ex-hubby, Damon Thomas, wasn't too shy to spill what happened when the two married each other 22 years ago. In the interview, Vlad asked Damon why the two got eloped. Why the two eloped? Anyway, she wasn't talking to her parents at the time. It was just young love, In a 2018 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim announced that she was high off ecstasy when she and Thomas joined hands in marriage. Oh, okay. I think that's unfair to make those kinds of statements because we have kids now. My kids go to the same school as her kids. He continues. I think she needs to be more responsible with those statements because it's a lot more to that subject. And I can go into that and blow up the spot, but I wouldn't. It happened in the past and kind of sweep it under the rug. But you don't stay married to someone for 4 or 5 years based off you getting high off of ecstasy. So I see what he means. Kim
And Damon married in 2000 and divorced in 2003. She was 19. He was 28. I'm sorry. I was with him right there. I was with him right up until there. Girl, I was with him right up until there. I swear I was. I swear I was. Hey, Gigs, he looks good to be 51. Black don't crack. He does look good, you know? But first of all, anybody that interviews with Vlad, I'm always just like, first of all. Second of all, she was 19 and he was 28. Y'all, that's nasty. That's nasty. Her parents didn't want you to marry a old nasty ass who is trying to groom you at 19. That's why, girl. That's why you. That's why. And listen, the relationship. Hey, Scotty. The relationship may not have been solely because she was high one night. Like, she's not, I don't think it was like, oh, I got high one night and that's why we stayed married for 3 years. No, it was when I decided to marry his ass, I was high. But also I was young. And I want to say, how is your 28-year-old grown ass gonna blow up a spot? Come talk to me, grown ass man, and tell me how your damn near 30-year-old ass getting married to a 19-year-old somehow puts you in a victim type position. Because that's what I feel like, that's what he was almost insinuating. Like, I could blow up the spot and there's more to that situation. Oh, were you going to try to show us or tell us how Kim Kardashian was some type of young girl out of control on drugs that your old ass took advantage of? Is that why you're not blowing up the spot? Talking about you got kids? Fuck ecstasy. Fuck ecstasy. How about we talk about the fact that they daddy was 28 years old getting married to a 19-year-old? Can we start there? Oh, Lord. Yeah, he's definitely before Reggie Bush. He's definitely before Reggie Bush. But I'm just kind of like, it's crazy weird to me the way you don't even, like, you worrying about the drugs portion of it. Like, everybody doesn't do drugs when they're young. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bonnie invest in a rice cooker. They're great. I feel like we had one. I'm going to Target and shit today to pick up a few things. And my tea thing is like the thing that makes my tea. That broke too. Why are y'all giving me shit to buy? Wait a minute. Let me put it in my list to look at a rice cooker when I go to Target. Because y'all know I don't go to Walmart anymore unless it's like dire straits. I don't do it. I can't. It's too humid. It's too humid. The AC doesn't work in Walmart in New Orleans. I don't know why. It's too hot. Hold up. Rice cooker. Okay. Hold up. Because I also need to get a duvet for my new Casper duvet. A duvet cover for my new. Okay. So duvet cover too. Okay. Hold up. Hold up, y'all. I'm coming. You're like a working housewife. It's crazy. Just go on invest now. Y'all so funny. I'm definitely gonna get one. Walmart is the devil. I'm horrible at making rice. I haven't been in Walmart in years. I haven't been at Walmart since somebody stole my paper towels in the parking lot. AC don't work in Texas either. It's terrible. It's terrible. I feel like Walmart doesn't deserve us. Like, y'all need to step y'all pussy up. Cause like I'm sorry for the language. I'm trying, y'all, but I'm lackadaisically in the space of, saying whatever I want to say. With that being said, I feel like, oh, hold on, wait, before we move on to Megan Thee Stallion. I'm sorry. We're going to cut the music off because we don't need the music. This is weird. I saw Dr. Umar Johnson post this. This is basically some weird thing that interracial couples with Black women and white men are doing. Like, I don't know. Like, what is it supposed to be? Like, oh, him holding this is like him, what, like you're a slave or a dog, or he owns you, or he's like yoking you up. Like, he looks like he just did some drugs. What's going on here? Like,
What's going on? And why do they have braids? Why he's holding the braid? He look like he about to fuck somebody. That don't look like no racial shit. That look like he about to fuck her. Y'all, what is this? Why are we doing this? Is this necessary? Who asked for this? Y'all are bored and y'all are y'all are traumatizing the internet with your stupidity. Thank you, Jay Jersey, for the super chat. When Robert Kardashian Sr. found out Kim eloped, he cut her off. That is why she had to go work for Paris Hilton. And he should have cut her off. That was a terrible decision. Janae Jones, thank you for the super chat. You better off getting Instant Pot and using the rice setting. You get more for your money. What is an Instant Pot? What else does it do? Y'all, I'm old school, so I do a lot of shit in regular pots. Y'all got to talk to me about these newfangled machines. But yeah, I think it's so funny when niggas want to come. I think it's so funny when niggas want to come and show us the small percentage of black women that are allowing their white boyfriends to do these stupid, TikTok, cringeworthy, disrespectful, racially insensitive, violently charged, like all this shit is problematic. All of this shit is problematic for sure. Okay. I'm not even going to argue that. But I also feel like, is this y'all's attempt to showcase that black women are being subjugated and fetishized as much as y'all are? Because nigga, I beg to differ and I think that's cute. And it was a nice try. It was a nice try. But ultimately, I feel like the things that I see on TikTok, it's all problematic. Like from the interracial kids talking about how terrible it is growing up with their parents to, I mean, isn't Dr. Umar one of the ones now that, he doesn't see a problem with dating interracially and shit? Or biracially or whatever the fuck. Like, because I feel like he's been moving his goalpost over the years last time I checked. Okay. I'm not really too, into whatever he got going on. Listen, I know how to cook rice, y'all. I don't have a problem cooking rice. I just don't cook rice. I just don't. I don't want to. I feel like there are some things that Lyric will do, and Lyric is the one that's going to cook the rice. It's just the rules in my house, okay? But this is I cook everything else. Nigga, cook the rice. I don't want to make the rice. Dr. Umar is a fraud. Dr. Umar is a fraud. Okay. That's what I've heard. You know what I'm saying? So can we get back on topic so y'all can engage me with this topic? I think it is young and ignorant TikTok. It is a crazy space. He said black women are wrong for dating out because our wombs belong to black men. Okay. Okay, child, I guess. Nah, he's still firm on your hair gotta be nappy to be his mate. Ooh, this ain't this generation thing, no Zodiac Palace. There were rats before now, and that did the same. I have been in an interracial relationship. I would never do this foolishness. Sam J. Girl, listen, a lot of us have been in interracial relationships and would never do this. Child, you think my little white boyfriend grew up in lower economic standing from me, I still got like diamonds and shit in the 8th grade. I don't know what you guys are on, but you're not gonna win me over. Like Lyric is just lucky because I was open to everybody. I feel like the Lord meant for me and Lyric to just find each other early on because Bondi was open to everybody. Okay. And when I say everybody, I mean every type of person, not everybody, because I don't like people. And you can count who I've been with on on one hand. And that's not a testament to anything because if I wanted to smash everybody, then that would be my prerogative. But I just don't like people like that. And I'm just not open to people in that way, especially not men. Like ain't nobody about to be inserting large members into my womb all, willy-nilly. Nigga, I don't know you. That's just not how I don't feel comfortable with that. I'm sorry. I know there are a lot of girls out there. Y'all see a nigga out in the club. Y'all think he fine. Y'all hop on that dick immediately. I have no issues, no qualms. I just have not met a nigga yet that has made me want to do that. Okay, I have not met a nigga yet that I have felt comfortable enough to do something like that with. But I have always been open to the white boys because I had white boyfriends growing up, to the girlfriends because I had girlfriends growing up. So I've all, girlfriends that were not just black. But I was very, black female centered. So yeah, most of my girlfriends were black women. So I don't you know. And then like right out of 14, 15, I grew out of that, oh, I wanted me a Puerto Rican girl bullshit that people be on. Yeah, no. You can just give me a straight up brown skin girl. I don't need any I don't need anything extra. The preference is brown skin girl. Courtney Fulton, I'm from Philly, Dr. Umar. Ain't nobody checking for him. We see through the lies. Oh, thank you for the super chat. We do see through the lies, child. I don't even know a lot about him, but I know I don't believe it. I'm sorry, y'all. I started feeling a little weird just now. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, girl. I'm all right. Sometimes you gotta not like drink coffee and put nothing else in your system as a start to your day, especially if you were drinking last night. Like, girl, eat something or drink some water. Like, ooh. Plus, it just got a little warm in here for a second. But anyway, I had to turn the AC on, go get me some water. It was cold when I first sat in here, which is why I have this sweatshirt dress on. It was freezing in here. And all of a sudden, girl, I'm all right. Thank y'all for inquiring. But yeah, I'm not really into Dr. Umar and child no. Hell to the nah. Okay. Anyway, talking about some morning sick. That's why I can't never be sick or don't feel good. Y'all gonna be in this bitch. I think she pregnant. I am not. Okay. Let's see. What else can we do? Because there have been so many things. You know what I'm saying? There have been so many things. Let's talk about Nene. I wanted to talk about Nene. So let's talk about Nene. Child, these eyebrows. Did she do this? Who did this? This is very Michael Jackson-esque. It's very, very, very Michael Jackson-esque. Who did it? Who called for it? It's disrespectful. I don't like it. Nene Leakes is sharing more details about her lawsuit against the Bravo network. The reality star is currently suing Real Housewives of Atlanta producers Bravo, Andy Cohen, NBC Universal, True Entertainment, and Truly Original for allegedly fostering a racist work environment. Nene Leakes, 54, claims that Kim Zolciak regularly engaged in racist rhetoric without consequence while filming. According to Radar Online, court docs file suggests that after making the network aware of Kim's actions, she was retaliated against. Legal filings state that the network leveraged her hefty tax debt against her to keep her silent about the rate. Okay, stop right there. Can we stop right there? Y'all, can somebody explain to me how they would be able to use her hefty tax debt to keep her quiet? How, like, okay, like I understand you may not want a story about your taxes to come out, but everybody, once they start getting money that is untaxed, will get hit hard as fuck by the government. If you're making a lot of money, you pay a chunk and you get on a payment plan. It's very simple. Robin was able to have a tax situation come and go like that. Okay, same thing goes for what's that girl name? Karen. Karen had a tax issue. I mean, I feel like the girls on the show gave her a harder time than the public. But I feel like anybody that's grown knows that the tax situation is always like a stressful thing for most people, especially people who get income that's not taxed by the government. So I'm just kind of sitting up here like, so you stay quiet about racism in the workplace as a reality show star because they were going to put the information out that you owed a lot in taxes? Girl, okay. Legal filings state the network leveraged her hefty tax debt against her to keep her silent about the racism allegations. According to reports, the situation happened after Nene and Kim engaged in a verbal argument following a girls' trip. Nene alleges that during the altercation, Kim's daughter called her home roach infested. We all remember this. We were there. It was a water bug. And then it was in a garage. Like, there are roaches in the garage. They go in the garage, they die. Like, it's what happens. Which she feels like, especially in Georgia. Like, where do y'all live in fucking Georgia where y'all don't have a whole bunch of bugs? Stop it. The reality star then took to her Instagram. Court doc states that Nene subsequently took issue to the Bravo network as well as Real Housewife of Atlanta producer Andy Cohen. Allegedly, the network responded to Nene's allegations by telling her publicly disparaging Kim was bad for business. Additionally, girl, how is publicly disparaging Kim bad for business when all y'all do is talk bad about each other on a fucking reality show? That don't even make sense to me. Thank you for the super chat, Maya. When she says linebacker, she's talking about their weight. Maya, I know. I said that. I said I know that. Thank you for the super chat. But I said that I know. I thought I explained it. Never mind. Thank you for the super chat. Additionally, docs state the network forced Nene to remove her post, but allowed Kim to keep hers posted. Once the issue had settled, court docs state the network began to target Nene. Allegedly, Bravo began to raise concerns over a $824,000 tax lien. However, Nene's legal team stated the move was clearly retaliatory as the network was previously informed about the debt. Reportedly, Nene reported the tax debt back in 2016 to the network. However, it was never an issue until racist allegations against Kim were made. Nene's team wrote in legal papers that despite paying off the debt, NBC, Bravo, and True used this issue as a justification for having concern about Mrs. Leakes' professional future and then as a justification for silencing her during this time period. In contrast, other non-Black housewives were allowed to do much worse without consequence or even threat of consequence. Nene, girl, I'm gonna tell you, I believe you that they absolutely created or fostered an environment that made you feel like it was racial. Because it usually is. It usually is. And what we mean is, usually white people are absolutely allowed to get away with things that y'all don't allow Black people to get away with. I've been through that several times when I was working in corporate America. They have different rules for us than they have for the white counterparts. The white counterparts can act a fool, can have fucking conniptions, can curse everybody out and still keep their job. They can come to work drunk and high and still keep their job. They can have all kinds of like legal issues and still keep their jobs. They can make racial comments towards Black people. They can sexually harass women and still keep their jobs. Black people, on the other hand, who do any of these things will be reprimanded. They will be reprimanded. They will be called to the carpet. It will not be easy for them to get away with those things. So, Nene, yeah, I absolutely feel like there's some truth to what you're saying. But my issue comes in where you don't have an issue with Kim. Kim is actually the person that was saying and doing the racially charged, things that you're saying that she did. And we saw those things, but you continue to tape with her thereafter. You continue to be friends with her thereafter. And never not once did those other women being Black force you to foster some type of sisterhood with them until it was against Kim. And then right after, it was fuck the rest of the women on the cast. And then you were back to being friends with Kim. Kim is not listed in this lawsuit. So at the end of the day, I just kind of feel like, what are we talking about? It still comes off to me like you are begging these people to pay attention to you. And you have talked about them bad. You have called Andy a cokehead. You called him a racist. Then you tried to get, people to maybe garner some groundswell for them to have a conversation with you by saying that maybe you and Andy could have a conversation around the time that Greg passed away. And then you dogged all the women out for the way they decided to send flowers or whatever they did, instead of accepting what they did and appreciating the fact that, regardless to what you guys' relationship was, they still felt the need to support in any way that they felt the need to support, versus feeling like you were owed something. You have consistently been entitled, arrogant, ignorant, and you have delusions of grandeur. I also feel like you got so used to people handing you jobs and handing you work that you now don't know how to hustle for what you're trying to get. At the end of the day, you have Lanithia's Lounge. You can hire a production company, have somebody come in and shoot a couple of episodes of a show for you, put the shit on an online platform, make your money, shop it, get it picked up by somebody, and move forward in that way. But the idea that you should keep going back to Bravo, keep forming even more, like, can somebody explain to me what her issue with Candy is? Can somebody explain to me what her issue with Candy is? Because see, that's one of those moments where your jealousy of another woman fucked you up. Because see, if you had been halfway decent to Candy, Candy would have helped you. I believe that. I believe, based on what I have seen from Candy, that if you had garnered some type of mutual respect and retained that with Candy, Candy would have went up for you. Candy would have tried to help you. Candy would have called in favors, maybe not to get you back on Bravo, but to get you on OWN or to get you on VH1 or whatever, because we know Candy has good relationships with people. But because you have spent your entire relationship with Candy being jealous of the fact that she came onto the show as somebody who was already established in your area and as an entertainer, and you were the person that is a no-name, and you come to stardom, and by the second season coming around, Candy stepping on the scene and you feeling like, oh no, now they bringing in somebody that actually has a history of entertaining, that actually has a resume to be on a reality show. She's gonna make me feel like shit about myself because I'm just a housewife that was a stripper that ended up blowing up on this show. So that's the insecure thing, right? So instead of handling Candy like a grown woman and putting her insecurities to the back of her mind and welcoming Candy and trying to get to know her and being cool with her, she's consistently been in some type of battle against Candy, to me, by herself, alone, okay, with no one, sir, to go back and forth with her about. So, not just Candy. I feel like there are a lot of relationships that Nene has blundered. I mean, honestly, I haven't seen Carlos say anything about Nene except for the fact that, that's his favorite, his the best housewife of his franchises on Real Housewives of Atlanta, or his, she's a queen bee. Everybody knows that Nene is a queen bee of Bravo, of Real Housewives. All of them other women, yeah, but nobody put them on the map like Nene. Period. I would love to see Carlos get Nene to do something, but something makes me feel like that's another relationship that may have disintegrated, because Carlos is the type that I think he'll still speak highly of you in public even if he refuses to fuck with you in private. Because to me, it would make no sense as to why that has not already happened if it were not for the fact that there's some beefage there. Didn't Candy put her on escape tour and she messed it up by telling that flawed joke? She sure did. No one is saying that Nene did not do all those bad things. What we are saying is Bravo, for the most part, disciplines the black talent, and for the most part, does not the white. I agree. But what I am saying is, if Nene can get something out of it, I don't begrudge her. But I also feel like there is something to be said about holding on to negative energy that is not going to serve you in the long run. I'm a person that believes in relinquishing. So if it's something that is strenuous to me, if there's something that I feel like is not worth all of that, then I'm going to let it go. Take a deep breath, breathe the negative energy out, and I'm going to refocus my energy on what I can control. Versus Nene constantly going after Bravo over and over and over and over again. And if she can get something out of it, great. But to me, this is a waste of creative energy. It is a waste of her energy to even continue trying to play with them. Like, Fuck them. Go and figure out your own shit. Go and do your own thing. You have the namesake. You're Nene Leakes. All you have to do is get you a production company and put that shit together for yourself. Y'all, can't nobody stop Nene from putting something up on YouTube. Can't nobody stop her from creating her own website and releasing her own web series. Like, Nene can garner this support from the public if she felt like putting in the work. And she doesn't want to put in the work the way you would need to in order to build it yourself, because she feels like she built Bravo. So now she wants to go after, and it's like, them white people is not gonna let you come and take their shit from them. I don't know why you think that. I don't know why you think that. You were always a representative for a company that was already established, for a channel that was already making money. Yes, you made it mainstream popular, absolutely. But that does not garner what you're asking for. It just doesn't. And that's why make your own shit. That's why. I don't even understand her continuing to do this with them. You know, I know it was because she never put any real effort into it, because it was always, let me get up here and talk. She was doing the Nicki Minaj thing where I'm not really creating content. I'm just getting up here and talking shit about people. And that's cute. But if there ain't nothing to talk about, and if you're talking about the same thing, nobody wants to hear that shit over and over and over again. So to me, this is a waste of energy. And it would have been way better if she would have put time and effort into her own platform, and then let them people come back to you when they see that your fans are supporting you. Because that's how this happens. A lot of us have figured out that you have to build this shit yourself and then let the opportunities come to you based off of what you can amass on your own, because you no longer need networks and shit. Like, it's just not like that anymore. And I just feel like she's putting way too much of her time and her energy into fighting Bravo instead of creating something for herself that would give her the freedom that she needs, and also something that would be more substantial for her versus always having to be brought on as talent and not being paid on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, y'all. Oh, wow. Meant to subscribe to your YouTube channel, not the website. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I don't know how you can confuse those two things, since one is YouTube and one is a website. But okay. Jeez. Another issue of having the website. Another issue of that. Y'all, give me 1 second. Okay, so what else are we talking about? Oh my God. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead. So first of all, DaBaby unalived Jalen Craig in 2018. New video undercuts self-defense claims. 4 years ago, DaBaby signed a deal with Interscope Records that would change his life. Just 11 weeks prior, he had taken one. At the time, the rapper was a few years shy of global fame, whether for a steady stream of chart-topping songs and Grammy nominations, various brawls, or widespread condemnation last summer after making homophobic remarks and comments about people with HIV and AIDS. But in 2018, DaBaby, whose real name is Jonathan Kirk, was just another buzzy, cocky North Carolina artist who relied on a local fan base to pass around his YouTube videos and SoundCloud links in the hopes of landing a major record label. Jalen Craig was one such listener, being an early admirer of Kirk cost the 19-year-old his life. According to his family, after a chance encounter at a Charlotte area Walmart ended with Kirk shooting and killing Craig on November 5th, 2018. Kirk has always claimed he acted out of fear for his and his family's safety, describing a scenario where he was approached by two young men who allegedly threatened him and whipped out a firearm while he was shopping with his then partner and then children. Kirk claimed he fired his own gun in an act of self-protection and to keep his family safe. But Rolling Stone has obtained never-before-seen security footage of the fatal altercation, even though everybody keeps saying that they've seen this video. I saw so many people saying, this is not new, we've seen this. I had never seen this shit, so it was new for me. Okay. But this fatal altercation that appears to contradict key aspects of Kirk's version of events. From the footage, the rapper appears to be the initial aggressor in the situation, calling into question DaBaby's self-defense claim. To Craig's family, the video footage raises some serious concerns. Most important, would Jalen Craig still be alive if Kirk hadn't thrown the first punch? I feel like they just swept it under the rug, Craig's mother, LaWanda Horsley, tells Rolling Stone of the investigation into her son's death. Kirk knows what he did. I'm not doing this for no fame or anything, because at the end of the day, Jalen Craig is gone. Craig's family members and his best friend, Henry Douglas, claimed the altercation only started when Kirk became annoyed that the teens had recognized him, and he allegedly demanded they take things outside for a fight. Okay, so y'all can see right here in this picture, we can see the guy with the locks. That's Jalen. And this is Henry, his friend. Okay. And this is DaBaby yoking folks up. And Jalen looking like, what the fuck is going on? Okay. Then we see DaBaby and his gun. Blah, blah, blah. There's a video too. So we're going to, okay. We're going to go to the video. Let's see. Where's the video? Because I have it in here. Child, people in the Walmart. Look like a nice Walmart too. Why he moved? Look at this nigga face. Why he moved the basket like that? Where is it? I'm sorry. Oh, here it is. Okay. They were backing up. He runs up and chokes. The dude's hands are in his pocket. Dude's hands are in his pocket. Once again, dude's hands were in his pocket. That's Jalen. Like, come on, dude, stop. Like, bro, stop. Like, that's what it looked like. Where's the other video? Y'all, I'm sorry. There's a whole video that I had. There we go. Is this it? Y'all been saving so many of these links. Okay. Okay. Jalen Craig trying to stop. Okay, stop the fight. Y'all are fighting. Stop the violence. There's another one. Where's the other one, y'all? I have to find the other one that actually shows the video. I'm so aggravated. I had this video saved. Is this it? This one. Okay. There we go. Let's start it over. So, okay. Yoke son up. We saw that. Now he's fighting him. Who's this dude? Everybody, everybody's backing up. They like, stop. That's his old lady right there. Oh my God. So they're struggling. Okay. And I think everybody was saying at some point, Jalen was showing a gun. And that's when he breaks out the gun and starts shooting. Okay. This is the part I never understood. This is the part right here I don't understand. What was the point of this? Like, what was the point of that, y'all? What was the point of that right there? Let's go back for a second. Okay, because I know that it's so far away for y'all. Let's see. I'm trying to, because it's so far away. I wish I had the other one that I had that was closer. But either way, to me, based off what I am looking at, them dudes wasn't trying to rob you, bro. First of all, them dudes wasn't trying to rob you. That's not what that felt like at all. Let me see if I could find. I want to see if I can find the other one because I know I had a closer video of it, and I can just find that. But yeah, I absolutely I feel like DaBaby walks around feeling like it, he has to show everybody how tough he is, right? He has to show everybody how hard he is, how tough he is at every moment of every day. So when the two kids come up to you asking for your autograph and you play them dust and they feel played and they say some slick shit and now you want to put your hands on them and beat the hell out of the dude and his homeboy doesn't want to fight you, because I feel like if his friend wanted, if Jalen, the guy who actually ends up getting shot and killed, wanted to fight, there were so many opportunities where he could have pulled out the gun and shot DaBaby already, or where he could have put hands on DaBaby, and he didn't. He showed you the weapon, I believe, to get you off of his friend. He didn't discharge the weapon. He didn't fully pull it out. I think he showed it to you. Or even if he did pull it out, he still didn't shoot at you. And there were a number of times when I felt like he just wanted you to get off his friend. Like you were attacking homeboy's friend. Child, let me just go to Rolling Stone. Let me see. Because I thought I had it. DaBaby Rolling Stone. But I feel like what we're seeing is DaBaby is out of control completely. And I feel like somebody saved him. I think when this initially happened, I think somebody saved DaBaby. I think somebody came in, cleaned it up, got the scene, got them to just go ahead and say it was self-defense. It's just another black kid, nobody for them, one like he killed somebody that was somebody, as far as they're concerned, not for me, but I'm saying as far as they're concerned, I feel like because he was just a kid and he wasn't famous, or he wasn't like an adult whose family would have, fought for him. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of feel like, his family is fighting for him, but I feel like when they look at young black kids like this, they feel like, oh, well, nobody's going to really care. So we can just kind of sweep this under the rug to protect this really huge artist who, somebody wants to put money behind. Okay, so look. Now, this is my whole thing. If you were really trying to protect your baby mom who is pregnant right there, if that's her, because I'm not sure, but that looks like that's her. If you were really trying to protect her, can you explain to me why you handled the situation like this when it was obvious they weren't really trying to fight? Like, dude, like, come on, bro, stop. Look, the girl is like, oh, wait, is that his girl? So she gets involved. Pregnant and all. Is that his pregnant girlfriend that came and jumped in front of DaBaby? Is that what I'm seeing, y'all? Tell me if I'm tripping. I need for y'all to tell me if I am fucking tripping. Mariah Osborne, that's his old lady, right? So that's her. So look, all of this. Jalen, like, look, come on, bro, stop. We're not even fighting, just stop. And here she is mushing him. I ain't seen no kids though. Old girl look ignorant too, because you pregnant and you walking up mushing a man, and he was showing a gun. She was 5 months pregnant, but she just had a baby and her 5-year-old was there. Okay, but somebody else must have had that baby because I ain't see that baby in none of the footage. She looked crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. She looked crazy jumping in that dude's face and mushing him like that. Like, that looked crazy to me. To me, it looked like you and your old girl was humbuggish to me. It looked like you and your old girl was on some, we're about to embarrass and stun on these kids in this Walmart. And the shit went left because the little kid had a gun. And I think he really wasn't trying to do nothing with it. I just think he was trying to show them the gun like, hey, stop. And here she come with her pregnant ass mushing another grown man when all he trying to do is stop. Instead of, why was she not trying to get the baby to like, come on, Kurt, like, let's go. Like, why are you not trying to get him to leave? Instead, you get involved and start acting like a nigga your damn self, pregnant, 5 months pregnant, and you gonna step in front and mush this grown ass man? Y'all. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. To me, the girl look crazy as fuck. The baby look crazy as fuck. The kids, the two, and I'm calling them kids because they look like teenagers to me. But the two young men to me didn't look like they were on any violence or aggressive shit. Because when the baby first attacked the other kid that didn't get killed, his hands were in his pockets, in like a sweatshirt. So to me, it did that body language didn't seem aggressive to me. In order for you to haul off and choke somebody up, you know what I'm saying? Haul off and choke somebody up, yoke them up, push them all the way out, you know, all the way over here. So now you fighting and tangling with a nigga that didn't put his hands on you first. And his homeboy is like, hey, bro, stop. And he start pulling up his shirt to show you, hey, stop. This is to get you to stop. This is not because he wants to shoot you. And you know this. And now your girl, 5 months pregnant, walks her ass in front of this man enough for her to get shot. And y'all sitting up here talking about, why y'all doing this to him? Why y'all doing this to him? Let me tell you something. That wasn't self-defense. That, to me, that doesn't look like self-defense. Yes, it's not double jeopardy because he was never charged. The police came on the scene, determined that it was self-defense, and decided to just go ahead and let it go. And now this video that nobody really saw before is coming out in a Rolling Stone article. Yeah, you did something to somebody who was protecting you, or you pissed somebody off who was protecting you. Or, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't somebody who protected you, but somebody who knew and could get the information. Like, you pissed somebody off. You done done a little bit too much, if you ask me. I think he's done a bit much. I think he has annoyed somebody. Okay, but let's go ahead and move on to Megan Thee Stallion, because I cannot with the Tory Lanez of it all. I think he's just extremely irresponsible. I think he's out of control. I think it's a bad example. I think that's something, I really do think he should be put in jail. I know y'all be liking to feel like we shouldn't feel like that, but I feel like if somebody is going around being an agent of chaos, starting fights, killing people in fucking Walmart, where it could have just been easily resolved, like it wasn't a life or death situation. It didn't have to go down like that. You to me blew that situation out of proportion. On top of that, let's not forget that he just, before we move on to Megan, before we gonna move on to Megan in a minute. But this is him smacking his artist. Okay, he smacked his artist, and I thought it was so funny when he smacked him because his artist ate the lick. It don't look like it right here because it's moving, because that's when security jumped in. Yeah, no, his artist ate the lick, and he was, why is this video cutting it off? Like, what do y'all be going through where y'all cut the, or is that to protect somebody? Who is that to protect? Because we didn't already seen this twirl and backslap that DaBaby did a whole bunch of times. I feel like, you know, where did the post go? Y'all, this is so aggravating to me. Y'all saw that he backhand slapped his artist. He backhand slapped, well, he punched him, I think. He almost missed. But in the full video that I did see, which is not in here, it's probably in my Discord. But either way, in that video, when he turns to hit him, dude ate it. You see how he just turned around? I'm mad that I don't know what the other one is, but he ate it. And then DaBaby kind of backed up because the dude was like going towards him like he was ready for the shit. Like he was like, I ate that. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So he was like walking towards dude, like, you know, you could see his stance was like, ah, you know what I'm saying? And you saw DaBaby hesitate, wait for security to jump in, and then do all that slick shit talking. He snuck, son. Thought he was gonna get the upper hand. When he saw he wasn't gonna get the upper hand, he took a step back and let security rush in. And it's a quick moment. It's a quick moment, but you saw him kind of tower down like that. And that was when security hurry up and came in. That nigga is vagina. Okay? Terrible. Terrible. He's just all over the place acting a fool, and he always looks loaded. Anybody that always looks loaded and they're always on some angry shit, it's not weed. Somebody help him. But let's go ahead and move on to the Gayle King interview with Megan Thee Stallion. But before I do that, do me a favor. Okay, so Megan Thee Stallion did her interview with Gayle King.
I don't remember everything they said to me, but I remember them asking me what happened to you, and I didn't want them to kill any of us or shoot any of us. So I just said I stepped on glass because I didn't.
Why did you say that? Why didn't you say he shot me?
I didn't. For some reason, I was just trying to protect all of us because I didn't want them to kill us. Like, even though this person just did this to me, my first reaction still was to try to save us. Like, I didn't want to see anybody die. So I just said, I stepped on glass. So when I see people trying to use that against me, like trying to act like I'm lying, oh, she stepped on glass, she never got shot. I'm the one who said I stepped on glass. I was lying to protect all of us. And sometimes I wish I really would have never said that.
You wish you would have just told the truth.
I wish I would have told the truth, but if it saved all of us from dying, then that's just probably what it was meant to be. I remember.
Okay, so I'm not going to play all of it, but I did watch the interview, 12 minutes, and I have, I have my views, and we're going to talk about it, okay? So this is what she said happened. She said she was ready to go. Everybody else wasn't ready to go. She said she never put her hands on anyone. She never even raised her voice. Kelsey and Tori were in the back seat arguing. Meg got out the car. Everybody was like, Meg, get back in the car. Meg, get back in the car. Meg gets back in the car. Okay? The arguing gets worse. Meg says, fuck this. I'm getting out again. She gets out. She's walking away. Tori then, I guess, opened the door and gun over, you know what I'm saying? Like if she jumped out the car and he gun over, he opens the door, gun over the window, and she says, all I hear is dance, bitch. And he shot at me a few times. And she didn't feel it at first because of the adrenaline. So she really didn't know what she was feeling, but she looks down and she sees that she's bleeding. Somebody else called the police, which we know. That's why the helicopters and all of that, because you were in a white neighborhood. They were coming from Kylie Jenner's house. They showed footage like I have showed y'all on my channel. Look, various times since this started, I have shown y'all the pictures of Meg's feet. You can look it up online. They showed it during the interview. They showed her limping, with her hands up when the police came. She did lie and say that she stepped on glass because she was scared. Anybody that was looking at her feet can see she did not step on glass. The idea that her lying about that means that she's lying about more shit, I feel like is is just ridiculous. It's nonsensical. We live in a society where Black women are trained and socialized to protect Black men, even when those Black men harm us. We see it all the time. We see it over and over and over again. So my whole thing is, if Meg got shot because I saw the hole in her foot, I saw her limping. Okay. We saw the bullet fragments. The same night that all of this happened, Meg said and posted most of the shit that she said in this interview. The dance bitch dance part. Okay. All of that. Now, the only thing that I'm confused about is whether you were fucking him or not. Because I think you were probably fucking him. I think that's the only part of this situation that she may not be being honest about. But I also feel like it's of no consequence, because whether she was fucking him or not, does that tell me, if she said, yes, I was fucking him, does that now mean that he should have been able to shoot her? Like, what? That's of no consequence. And then on top of that, the text messages come out. Okay, CBS News obtained text messages that Kelsey sent to Meg's security guard saying, help, Tory shot Meg. Then on top of that, that same night, Tory texts Meg apologizing. She said he offered her $1 million instead of just helping her. Everything she said sounds like somebody that was high and drunk, that was having a temper tantrum because he's a little nigga that wants to control the moment. She's walking away. He's upset. And y'all know how niggas be, okay? They feel like they got sunned by a woman. Now they want to humble her or scare her in order to make themselves feel stronger. And like I said, drunk, high out of their mind, shooting at her feet, dance bitch. Told y'all he probably didn't intend to actually shoot her, but being high and drunk, thinking shooting at her feet, thinking he would miss like an idiot. Okay, not thinking that a bullet could bounce off the cement and go into her foot, or a shot directly went into the side of her foot. That's another thing. The placement is on her Achilles heel, on the side, back side of her foot. Backside of her. So that means that she wasn't even facing a motherfucker when they shot at her. Right? So one thing that came out was the gun powder evidence was inconclusive, but there was gunshot residue on Kelsey. I would like to remind everybody that you can be standing close to someone and get gunpowder residue on you. If Kelsey was standing close to him and he shot at her, then she would also have gunpowder on her. But if Tory Lanez is the star who has millions of dollars behind him, we might find a way for evidence to kind of become inconclusive, and we don't really know, because the evidence was inconclusive. I would like to remind everybody. They did not say that he didn't have any connection to the gun. They said it was inconclusive. His own lawyer said it was inconclusive. That was the word that was used. So I want everybody to stop acting like that gun residue shit meant something, because it really, really doesn't. She also said that the gun was hot. Okay? I'm just saying. Saying that night they found no GSR on him. Like I said, inconclusive. Another thing. So explain to me how he would not have any on him. If Kelsey shot the gun and she was standing close to him, she would still have something he would still have something on him. So the fact that he had nothing on him, like you say, to me means that something was cleaned up. It means that something was cleaned up. And I don't have to see who shot me, because once the motherfucker shoot me, I can turn around and see who's holding the gun. For everybody that's making that argument, you sound stupid. What was he going to just hurry up and hand Kelsey the gun? Or what? Because at the end of the day, like, if I turn around and somebody shoot at me and I'm like, what the fuck? And I turn and I look, I can still see who's holding the gun. I can still see who's holding the gun. And at the end of the day, Meg did not shoot her fucking self, because there was no gunpowder residue on her as well. But everybody's so willing to make her out to be some woman lying about a man so she can hurt this man. That's what y'all are saying. And Kelsey, they're saying Kelsey doesn't want to speak. Nobody argues the text message. Oh no, nobody argues that Kelsey texted the security and said, help, Tory shot Meg. We're going to ignore that. But we're going to act like we have not seen 11 episodes of SVU, CSI, Law and Order, Criminal Intent, where people try to get rid of gunpowder residue, or when people have enough money to pay for evidence to become inconclusive or disappear upon arrival to the police station. Come on now. Come on now. I'm just saying, y'all. Like Meg said, tell me what happened then. Tell me what happened then. I want to know what happened, because ultimately the result was Megan having a hole in her fucking foot, getting shot in both of her feet, as the doctor said. There's medical records all over the place, but people are still arguing about it. Then y'all was like, she didn't cry. Y'all don't know how editing works. Y'all don't know how editing works. Because there was a moment and I was like, is she not crying? Let me pay attention. You know what I noticed? There was a moment when the camera was behind her and she went to wipe her tears, and she pulled the, tissue away so she can do the fold. The tissue was wet. So that tells me that when the camera is on her, every time she got all teary-eyed, they would cut to Gail so that she would clean herself up and not look a mess on camera. Because her eyes were watery. She sounded like she had been crying. Everybody wanted to say she was faking. I noticed the shot over her shoulder where the tissue absolutely went up to her eye and then came down, and it was wet. Because you can see the tissue crinkled in the spots where it was darker. I do want to know who does her makeup, though, because it was exceptionally done. The makeup was exceptionally done. You couldn't see anything. Okay, that makeup stayed glued on, child. Okay, that must have been an airbrush. Thank you, Jay Jersey. LA is legendary corrupt. I mean, everybody like celebrities can pay for whatever they want, and y'all act like y'all don't know that, and ultimately somebody that's the victim isn't going to think that they have to go and pay for evidence to make sure it's seen. Okay. People keep saying she changed her story. She did not change her story. The only thing she changed was I stepped on glass, which we know that once she was taken to the hospital, that was going to be easily disputed based off the fucking hole on the side of her foot. Like, there's a literal hole that they had to sew. Like, it looks like a hole. Like, it's not a cut. It's like the skin is peeled back. I'm not going to pull it up again, but you can go and Google it. It's on Google. I have pulled it up before for everybody so that they can actually see it, because they want to argue if the girl actually got shot. And her nose had liquid when she was sniffing because the tears running her nose. But, they want to act like she wasn't. At the end of the day, y'all will find any... Right, you can. This is what I was thinking. You can wash, wipe away gun. This is what I was thinking. And I was also thinking that they probably had enough time, considering the fact that, she was hiding in the driveway for a little while before the police got there, as she said. She said, he shot me. I was like hiding in somebody's driveway. But when the police started coming, I think she got scared and thought, let me hop back in a car because I feel exposed. Yeah, that nigga shot me. But ultimately, the police are going to pull up with guns and shoot everybody. George Floyd had just happened. We're going to act like we don't understand that mindset? Are we really going to act like we don't get that? And somebody said they think that Tory may have paid Kelsey off to stay quiet. Somebody else said she may have been sanctioned by the, whoever the prosecutor is. I don't know. But all I know is Megan is the one that's the victim, and y'all are still trying to make her out to be a liar, and y'all are trying to make her out to be a perpetrator, even down to saying that why is it that she can speak but Tory can't? Because she is not the one who shot somebody. She is the victim. The victim can say whatever they want to say because they are what? The victim. And that's something y'all have a hard time understanding when it's a Black woman. When it's a Black woman that's a victim, even other Black women, even other Black people want to be in my fucking comments, in the comments on the Shade Room, all over the internet trying to argue about a woman who got shot. What in the entire fuck is going on with everybody where a hole is in her foot and y'all still want to argue about it? Something is wrong with y'all. Not y'all, but something is wrong with y'all. Something is wrong with y'all. Get that shit together. People forget that Scandal was based on a real person. Hello. And I've seen way too many episodes of that shit for me not to be able to pretty much understand that whenever corporations, music people, industry people, or industry, the music industry as a whole, a record label puts millions of dollars behind artists, how they want to protect their investment. So him going to jail for shooting another major artist is probably not in anybody's best interest. Thank you, Damien. Child, not gun residue can wipe off with hand sanitizer. I had no idea. The driver probably cleaned the gun. He hasn't said a damn thing. And he probably paid him too. That was his security. The driver, the dude who was driving, that was Tory's security. Thank you for the super chat, boo. But I am tired. I am tired of seeing an overwhelming, amount of people who do not think, or they allow whatever their prejudices, whatever their feelings, their hatred towards Black women, their hatred towards Black women who are in control of their sexuality. Y'all let the hate that y'all have for those women dictate what you are seeing, because all I see is a woman that had a hole in her foot and an angry little nigga that's been making songs, doing lives, and never not one time actually opening his mouth to say these words: I did not shoot her. Never said that. I want somebody to send me the evidence when Tory actually vocalized, I did not shoot Meg. Never did he say that. He talked around it. He insinuated that that's not what happened, but never once did he actually vocally say, I did not shoot her. In any of the lives that he did thereafter, and any of the posts, in the full album where he sprayed their relationship, everybody sitting up there talking about he didn't even get a chance to say his side. The nigga did an album. The nigga did a whole album talking about Meg. There was songs where he was talking about Meg. He did a lot of lives. Matter of fact, I feel like at one point, Tory was going live so much that either they snatched his shit or he had to stop going on live for a long time. Like, it had to stop at some point because he kept getting on the internet to say shit. So I think it's so funny to me. That's another thing. If Kelsey had done it, they would have said Kelsey did it. If Kelsey did it, they would have said Kelsey is the most she's the person that doesn't matter in this equation. Okay, nobody's putting millions of dollars behind Kelsey. If Kelsey shot Meg, then Tory and Meg's people would have forced them to put that story out if that was the correct story, because nobody is putting millions of dollars behind Kelsey. Millions of dollars are being put behind Meg. Millions of dollars is being put behind Tory. It doesn't even make sense for, if Kelsey did it, for her to have been protected in this situation. She is disposable. Thank you. Thank you. And so is the security guard. So if the blame wasn't put on the two disposable people and the only other person is the one that was shot, what the fuck y'all think going on here? Talk to me. Let me know. Bondy, Tory and Kelsey were taken into jail immediately. When could he have cleaned up? They were not taken into jail immediately. The police were called in that neighborhood, and they were sitting in that car with Meg bleeding into the driveway across the street. The police pulled up very quickly because it's a white neighborhood. But as someone said in the comments, he could have easily wiped his hands off. And I would like to remind y'all again, they said it was inconclusive. Kelsey was the first one to say she did not shoot Meg before it actually gained traction. A lot of the songs are based on theories a lot of the other people made, which made them feel empowered toward his side of the story. Start blocking the sisters doing that. Disgusting. Then you have other abusers like Joe Budden defending Tory. Oh my God. Tory have a lot of insecurities to deal with. Yeah, like that big bobble ass size head of his with that hairline that's running away from his face. They would have sunk Kelsey if they could have. That Smurf don't care. Great points. Talk about it. Thank you. I will. Even if he is convicted, they're still going to call her a liar. Why isn't he deported yet? Because he's making somebody money over here. Many folks' inclination is to protect Black men first and only. We've been trained to believe that Black men are the most violated and at risk, so many don't care if the Black men are actual victimizers. I'm not going to argue with Tory or the Bussy stand. Y'all crazy as fuck. Hand sanitizer is in the car 9 times out of 10. I was just about to say that. Somebody already said that hand sanitizer cleaned that gun. Everybody has hand sanitizer in the car, especially then. So get the gun out your head. Get the gun out your head. Because ultimately, that evidence could have been tampered with in a number of ways. And in the time frame that they had, let's not forget, Meg, how long did it take Meg to like slowly walk her ass back towards that that car? Like, I'm just saying, y'all, it probably took her a minute to get from the car to the driveway she was hiding in when the police showed up. It probably was like maybe 3 minutes, but that's enough time to put hand sanitizer on. Thank you, Wendy. It makes no sense. If Kelsey is the shooter, how the hell she knew where the gun was? No one is keeping a gun out in the open. Thank you, Wendy, for your super chat, girl, and your good point. Danielle, thank you for the super chat. I think Tory got a gag order against him from the judge. Tory was telling too much stuff. I believe Meg's story. He was, and he was violating that shit with him hopping on stage with DaBaby and all of that. That shit was mad abusive to me. Men like Tory definitely hate women, starting with his mama. Okay. I also feel like he played on Meg's emotions when it came to the situation with her their moms passing away. But I really do believe that Kelsey got beef with Meg because they probably were fucking with Daystar in some sexual way, both of them, and maybe one didn't know and the other one knew. Whatever the situation was, it probably was some fugazi shit with that. That does not mean that somebody deserves to get shot. All eyewitness accounts will be challenged at trial. The victim's account will be dissected, as well as anyone else who gave eyewitness statement. Eyewitness accounts aren't as credible as we think. I mean, the eyewitness account that I heard said that they was beating up on Meg. If she didn't tell them right away about the shooting, they did not check for residue right away, hence him cleaning away the residue. Because she said she stepped on glass. But obviously that's not the case. We need to cancel Kelsey and take her woman hard card because bitch, what? No, we don't. No, we don't. Because you don't know what the situation is with Kelsey. Like, we don't know. Kelsey really hasn't said much. And something makes me feel like everybody feels like they have their reasons. And it's just a fucked up situation. But I'm only going to blame the person that brandished the gun and shot Megan. For me, that's the only person that I'm interested in seeing, put in jail, or at least have some type of consequences for shooting this woman. And honestly, the online shit has been the worst part of it. If it was able to, be done and then we didn't have to talk about it until trial, but the way y'all have bullied Meg online, the things that artists and interviewers and Joe Budden and all of the men and all of that have said on social media, y'all have made this much worse. And I feel like y'all have re-victimized that girl. Child, sometimes, you wish that you was able to help the people because you see them, you know what I'm saying? Call me Meg, girl, come down here. Don't nobody trip out here. Come out here. You know what I'm saying? Come chill. Nah, Bonnie, don't forget Kelsey wrote a diss track against Meg and started supporting comments against her. She sure did. I just mean, I'm not willing to blame her. That's all. Joe Budden caped for her. Did he? Because somebody in the comments just said that he was talking against her. And I remember him pointing out how he felt like she wasn't that much of a star. You know what I mean? She's not a star because she hasn't sold any records. Like, okay. If they were beating her, how they beat her from inside the car? How the hell? Exactly. That's why I'm like, I'm not believing none of that shit that, eyewitness accounts and all of that. I personally feel like at the end of the day, it looked like what she said it looked like to me. The Atlantic Creole, thank you for the super chat. I'm going to keep it a G. A lot of millennial and Zoomer BM grew up fatherless and blamed their mothers for their part-time papa's involvement in their lives. That's why they have no empathy for Black women. It seems that way. And I wish they would blame their daddies for being subpar, for not wanting to handle responsibility. I feel like regardless of what me and my friend go through, I would be there for her, especially if she got shot. Yeah, unless it's over some dick and hoes is male identified. Meg needs a good support system. Everyone is worried about the wrong thing. She got shot. Whether or not they're having sex doesn't matter. Whether she wanted to go home doesn't matter. She got shot. Someone did it. Period. Bondi, check neighborhood talk. Vivica said something. All right. Hold up. Little bit go run. Let's see, because we've talked about all the things I want to talk about. So I guess we can just go ahead.
Think that some of her people should advise her until this is settled, and then you can tell your side. That's when you talk.
I agree. I think during a pending, trial, a case that's in progress, it is a mistake to kind of show your cards. But I also kind of feel for her because she's getting dragged like the one that shot somebody. They treat her like he's on trial. She's not. He's on trial, not her.
But that is just public opinion.
Yeah.
Until the facts are stated and they come out, she should have kept everything that she possibly can in her file cabinet, that if he committed a crime against her, that they can prosecute him to the fullest extent of the law. Now lawyers can take things and twist and turns, because I've already seen a couple of things, people are like, well, that wasn't the story we heard it first, and this, that, and the third. So, I just wish she had a little bit more patience. You can definitely tell that the young lady, but I really think that her people should advise her until this is settled, and then you can tell your side. That's when you talk.
I agree. I think during a pending, a trial, a case that's in progress, it is a mistake to kind of show your cards. But I also kind of feel for her because she's been getting dragged like she's the one that shot somebody. They treat her like he's on trial. She's not. He's on trial, not her.
But that is just public opinion.
Yeah.
Which, until the facts are stated and they come out, she should have kept everything that she possibly can in her file cabinet, that if he committed a crime against her, that they can prosecute him to the fullest extent of the law. Now lawyers can take things and twist and turns, because I've already seen a couple of things, people are like, well, that wasn't the story we heard it first, and this, that, and the third. So, I just wish she had a little bit more patience. You can definitely tell that the young lady, but I really...
I forget to mute the mic, y'all. Y'all don't have to beat me up with the echo. It's so bad, okay? I got it. Thank you so much. Kavan, thank you for the super chat. To all the people supporting Tori, how would you feel if this happened to the women in your lives that you love, your mother, sister, daughter? Shaking my head. Child, they don't care about those women. They don't care about those women. That's why they don't care, because they either don't have that or they don't care about those women either. Thank you, Essence of Shay, for becoming a member. I appreciate it. So moving on. Here's my thing, and I thought about this as well, and I honestly, I don't think there is anything wrong with Vivica saying that, because I feel like that is what a lot of people feel, is that Meg should have waited until after the trial, or let the trial speak for her. The only thing about that is that a lot of these cases are held in the court of public opinion. This case has been held in a court of public opinion. People have been bashing Meg for the past 2 years behind this. And I feel like she has stayed quiet for a very, very long time, right? But I feel like the narrative that she lied has been able to circulate anyway, right? The narrative that she lied about it, something isn't right, all of the things that people are saying, that shit has been circulated many times. So I almost sat back and I thought about it, and I was like, if I was her lawyers and I felt like these are the facts of the story, and I know that this case is going to be held not only in court, but in the court of public opinion, then I'm going to start setting my client up to express herself in a way that will endear the public to her. Now, what the lawyers may not be, seeing is that at this time, no matter what it is, if you are a Black woman and you are saying and doing things that, Black men don't agree with, and male identified women, don't want to, they're going to find a way to make you out to be the bad guy. So even in her telling her story after all of this time, even if it's before the trial, she still waited quite a long time to talk. And I feel like this interview was done in preparation for the trial, because the shit is still being talked about and held in the court of public opinion. And during the time when Tory was talking and running his fucking mouth before the judge instructed him to shut what they call the fuck up, Meg was quiet during that time. I also feel like if the facts are the facts, it doesn't matter how it's said. The facts are the facts. So when she said, you know, it would have been best for her not, you know, for her to hold all her cards to the vest. Yes, that's if we had a trick card somewhere. But the point of the matter is, I got shot, he shot me. There is no trick card. There's nothing to hold to the vest because that's what the fuck happened. That's the story. Like, that's what happened. There is no way to flip that eventually and use anything that she said in the interview. I am pretty sure that interview was strategically planned. The questions, the answers, everything was strategically planned to endear her to the public in preparation for a trial that has already started in the court of public opinion with the way people talk and treat Meg. It has been very obvious. There have not been a lot of people that have continued to vocalize support for her, but there are people that have continued to talk bad about her and bash her and say that she's lying about something and she must have done something if he did shoot her. And, you know, where's the evidence that she got shot and all of this shit? Like, all of that has continued to happen. And I know because I've been doing commentary whenever something comes out, and the comments are always the same. It's always the same. And I believe that Meg did this because the trial is about to start. So it's supposed to garner public support for her in anticipation for a trial that seemingly already has public support on Tory's behalf from all of the pick-me's, the male-identified women, and all of the toxic men that want to believe that little bitty Tory is them and he's being taken advantage of in a situation. So I thought about it because I also felt like maybe this wasn't the right time, but ultimately this interview was done in anticipation for the trial. That's why it was done. So even though I appreciate what Aunt Viv is saying, I mean, child, Aunt Viv, child, it is Aunt Viv. Even though I appreciate what Aunt Vivica is saying here, I still feel like there was nothing wrong with her doing this interview. I wish she would have chose a different person. And I wish she would have chose a different person because y'all don't like Gail either. Y'all don't like Gail either. Gail asks questions, y'all lose y'all fucking mind. Like, y'all act like Gail did something to somebody the way y'all don't like Gail. But I often notice that people seem to not like Black women who don't placate or coddle Black men. Any woman that's in the industry and, you know, y'all mad at Gail still because she asked about Kobe's legacy. And I'm still looking at y'all like, I wish y'all get over it. Thank you, VMTV fan. 50 Cent said he's not buying it. I'm not surprised. Like, does 50 Cent ever show support for any woman? Can y'all tell me when 50 Cent has ever showed support for anybody? 50 Cent said, now that I don't believe, she has to think about her answer. About the sex. Yeah. But I already said that she seemed like she was lying about the sex. But I also felt like that doesn't matter. Like, that doesn't fucking matter. Like, that's of no consequence. That's of no consequence. It doesn't even matter. Like, who cares if they were fucking or not? He shot her. Are we supposed to feel like, oh, they was fucking, so I guess she deserved to get shot? No, I don't feel like that. Y'all are insane. He shot her. It does not matter. It does not matter if they were fucking. It does not matter. That is of no consequence. That is a tidbit that does not matter. And anybody that would bring that up is childish as fuck. Childish. It's childish. 50 Cent is childish. Egomaniacal, male-centered, male-worshipping, dick-riding, weird-ass nigga, always in the comments, so much money, also so much time. Thank you, April, for the super chat. I think that we're not thinking about the jurors. The jurors will be from where the crime took place, which I can assure you will be made up of people who do not read the Shade Room, but who do know Gail. Come on now. That's a good point. That is a good point. Okay. I appreciate y'all in the comments. Pick me since when? Who not a pick me? Oh, somebody said Megan was a pick me. Yeah, no. I don't know where y'all got that from. I would need actual evidence of that. And you know, y'all, another thing is I feel like a lot of people didn't like Meg because y'all didn't like the way she was moving in the industry. And I also felt like, so what? Like, sorry, so what? You know, everybody moves fugazi in the industry. Point the black lady out for doing what's best for her career instead of playing sides and favorites and all of that bullshit. Go to hell. That's not a big enough reason for me to dislike somebody. Get yourself put in that situation and tell me how you move. Okay, like tell me what you gonna do, because for me, I'm gonna always do what's in the best interest of myself. So if y'all hoes beefing and I want to do a song with everybody, then I guess I'm gonna be cool with you until we not cool, but I want my song. The fuck out of here. This is business. We ain't friends. This ain't high school. You know what I'm saying? This is a business. I don't know what y'all be expecting from people, but y'all was, you know, y'all was big mad at Meg before all of this shit went down because she did a song with Nicki, and then she went and did a song with Cardi, and then she did a song with the City Girl. I was like, that's what she was supposed to do. The fuck is y'all talking about? She was supposed to make music with all of those people. I don't give a fuck what they got personally going on. You was supposed to get on tracks with every single one of them hoes. All of them. Okay? I'm still waiting on the Doja Cat one. Okay? Anyway, y'all, let's talk about Choppa. First of all, what the fuck happened to Choppa? Did somebody like delete this nigga's eyelashes? What, his eyebrows? Like, what is going on? Either way, okay, neighborhood talk. Let's see. Neighbors, it took another artist. It looks like another artist from Diddy's Making the Band is making headlines. However, it's not because he's scorned over contracts. It might be because he's handing out his own. According to TMZ, Choppa has been busted for sex trafficking. Per the report, he was arrested earlier this month in Maryland, and he's been extradited to Las Vegas to face sex trafficking charges. Choppa was busted by an undercover police officer who posed as a sex worker. Their conversations took place on Instagram. These messages show him making a parent offer to provide money for prostitution. Y'all are so stupid. Y'all, I'm so lost at this generation thinking that they can put things in writing on social media and they will never be held responsible for it in a court of law. Why are you so dumb? Anyway, the undercover cop says they searched Choppa's Instagram account and noticed several posts related to prostitution and pimping, including posts where Choppa flaunted wealth and made references to being a pimp, including one image of him inside of a plane with a phone alongside the caption, sending him with a money bag and crown emoji. It's so funny to me how cops have all of this time to look into rappers, but y'all don't have time to look into the large, like, funneling of the drugs in the sex trafficking. Y'all always go for small game. I never see y'all taking down big game when it comes to these situations. Who owns the boats? Who owns the trucks that bring the people in? Like, the conversation obviously is still small time. I swear America always does the same shit. This is the same shit they did to me with the crack epidemic and shit. Like, instead of y'all going for who's bringing the shit over here, y'all want to go for niggas like Choppa. Now y'all should go for him because he's you know, you're a menace to society if you're trafficking and, you know, doing all of this. Okay. But either way, let me finish reading, y'all. Okay, so they, you know, uncovered all of this shit on his Instagram. After launching an investigation into him, Choppa told the undercover police officer he would make them a part of his team. So he was basically trying to bring someone in to traffic. The undercover says Choppa then became aggressive with them over the phone, ordering them around like he might do to a sex worker, telling them to pack their belongings, get to the airport, and meet him in Charlotte, North Carolina to join his stable. The undercover stalled, saying they didn't want to leave home. At that point, Choppa then offered the undercover $2,000, and that is how they got him and arrested him. Look at this nigga. This photo was used as a part of the police investigation because of the caption, sending them. So that means we're sending the girls. Is that what that means? We're sending the girls. The girls are en route. Is that what that's supposed to mean? Y'all talk to me. Pimps supposed to be extinct in 2022. They're not. They have just mutated. They're like roaches. Okay, sex trafficking is out of control, but America been knew this. It's not new. It's not. Sex trafficking is no different from slavery. Like, y'all were selling bodies. It's the same overall concept. The prostitution money must have been good because he definitely hasn't been missing any meals. Oop. A Doja May collab will be fire. I'm aware. Okay. Because they a part of the funneling. I seriously don't understand how pimps are still making money in 2022 with all of the ways the middle can be eliminated. I just don't understand. Well, here's the thing. A part of pimping is not just about making money off of sex. A part of pimping is also controlling women's minds and using their bodies as a commodity. So, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of girls get into sex work through the mind control of a man and also the desperation. So desperate because life is shitty, but also a lot of them get mind fucked, get, tricked. They get flipped. Their minds get gone behind the guy, and then they start doing sex work. And by the time they become a sex worker and they're coming into contact with people like Choppa, the psychological work has already been done to, basically implement these women into a stable, you know what I'm saying? Because they've already been indoctrinated into this pimp hoe mentality mindset, because it's a universal concept. It's not something that's indicative to one hood or another hood. No, it's a universal concept on how to mentally control and flip and groom young women. It's no different from, men who are 28, 29 getting with girls that's 17, 18, 19 years old. You get with them when they're at a mental impasse in their lives. They're growing. They don't know a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? They're probably going through issues at home. They're looking for somebody to save them. Men like Chopper will show up like they're about to save the day for you. And then, there's an episode of SVU that's exactly like this. The girl comes in town and the dude starts pimping her out and making her sleep with his homeboys, and she didn't want to do it, so she ends up calling her dad, and they started investigation to come and find her. But she basically, was being pimped out and brought from another state in this exact same way. And y'all, it's because there's a mental and emotional control that happens. So for the women, it's not just about the money. It's about connectedness. It's about having somebody you feel like is protecting you. It's about having a man, because society teaches women that it's so important to have a man regardless to if he's providing you anything of value. So you tell girls, I got a daddy, I got an old ass nigga that's taking care of me, when really all he doing is selling you to homeboys. But because you view it as a man, probably a home somewhere y'all live, and money being brought in, even though your body is what's being used for that money, you're still viewing it in the same way that women view their relationships with their husbands in their mind. In the prostitute's mind, in the young women that do this, the way they do this, in their mind, women who are married are doing the same thing. You laying up with a man, he paying your bills, you fucking him, not realizing that at the end of the day, in this day and age, if I married him, girl, I want to fuck him. He ain't got to put money on my nightstand for it. You know what I'm saying? First of all. And second of all, I'm still in control of my shit, and I feel like you're not. Like, I can get up and leave a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I can get up and walk out the door. You, on the other hand, are gonna have to escape into the night because it ain't safe. It ain't safe. So it's funny to me, and as we're having this conversation, and I'm thinking about society-wise, pushing marriage, pushing women worshiping men and finding a man, that narrative being pushed on young women, no matter what their economic background is, no matter what their situation is, that also pushes young women into being pimped out, because they're still viewing that man as some form of a family unit, as some sort of a man providing care for a woman. And so because of that, because of the similarities in what society deems is acceptable, women will then tell themselves that what they're doing with these men being pimped out is okay, because it's not that much different from what society deems is okay. When really, no ma'am, no ma'am, no Pam. You should never be in a situation where somebody else is in control of your sex, is in control of who you decide to sleep with. So if you want to be a sex worker, it should be on your terms. It should be in a way that you feel comfortable. That's why I'm never mad at the OnlyFans girls. I'm never mad at the OnlyFans girls. You better make that fucking money without having to put yourself in harm's way. If these niggas gonna pay to see your feet and look at your asshole, and you don't mind putting it on the internet for people, girl, go ahead and do what you got to do then. Okay? Because they gonna pay, ain't they? And as long as you can keep that physical separation and protect yourself, I don't see anything wrong with it, personally. I just don't. Okay. If I wasn't somebody's wife, please believe these feet would be on OnlyFans making me $50 million a year. Did y'all see DaBaby make $50 million in cash off of OnlyFans because nasty old men want to see what a prepubescent woman looks like naked and look at her feet and shit? Like, y'all, I was about to feel bad about that shit. What am I doing with my life? I'm about to feel bad. But then I thought about it and I was like, do you know who's paying to see DaBaby? Probably a bunch of old, nasty ass men that like to look at young women that look like children. And the last time I checked, isn't Danielle under 21 still? DaBaby? Isn't Danielle, that's her real name, Danielle? Isn't she still under 21? So they see her as, you know, barely legal. And I don't know if y'all remember what porn was like when we were growing up, but when I tell y'all that barely legal shit was everywhere, they recently stopped publicizing that shit like that because they feel like that's doing too much. But I absolutely feel like she doesn't even realize she probably does realize it and it doesn't bother her at this point. Shit, I guess it wouldn't bother me either. $50 million off of OnlyFans. You know, we're not even talking about all of the other endorsement deals that she has. I don't begrudge her, but I also feel like money doesn't make you happy. So as much money as she has, what mentally and emotionally have you done to help yourself, Danielle? Because girl, you famous for some bullshit. Now you young with a lot of money, and now you got a whole bunch of nasty, creepy old people looking at your body and shit online. I feel like that's gonna fuck with your mind and your spirit in some ways, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? So I was about to feel bad, and then I was like, you know what? No, I won't feel bad because ultimately I got 92,000 subscribers on YouTube. Barely 25,000 followers on 28. I don't even know. I don't even know. Not enough, motherfucker. Not enough. Okay, on Instagram. That ain't shit. That ain't shit compared to DaBaby's following. You know what I'm saying? And when I tell y'all, it's enough. Like as far as public consumption and people seeing you, I could take a little bit more. I could take a good 100,000 more, and I would be good. I don't need, because like the amount of people that know her and probably recognize her for bad shit. Then on top of that, now the people that probably recognize you for being the girl on OnlyFans, they pay for you, but you are recognizable in public. So at any moment, some nasty old nigga could walk up to you and make you feel like $5 on the street. And that's one thing that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about. A lot of people don't, even think about. All you think about is, DaBaby, 18 years old, talking crazy to her mama on Dr. Phil, now worth $50 million from OnlyFans alone. Insane. Okay. I hope that she uses it to do well for herself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because I don't begrudge anybody, not even the little white girls that get to get away with appropriating Black culture and becoming famous for it versus the way y'all treat the Black girls for being their damn selves. We see it, but we're not haters. So, hey, girl, get your money. But I also was like, the mess that little girl probably have to deal with because of the amount of people that follow her and because of the type of energy she puts out. Child, sometimes it ain't worth the money. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not. It's just not. Okay. But prayers out to the OnlyFans girls. You know what I'm saying? It's especially easy to get traffic now because girls nowadays get flued out. It makes it easier, especially once you get out there. Anything can happen to you. That's nothing for everybody that won't get flued out. Think that shit cute. Get flued out to a nigga that put you in the basement. So how exactly does the feet thing work? Because I'm about to go get a pedicure and take some pictures real quick. Listen. I don't think it's just a feet thing. Even though I think a lot of girls are making money off their feet on OnlyFans because niggas have weird feet fetishes and shit. Ultimately, I feel like it's the fact that she looks like a child. And we'll see if she's still making that amount of money when she starts looking older than her age, like white girls tend to do, especially living a hard life. But, we'll see because she got money. So maybe she'll, reserve her sexy, like Diddy say. Okay. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all today. We was on here for 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Thank y'all so much for being in here with me. It's 1,100 of y'all in here. I think we had 1,200 people in the room at one time. That's amazing. Can y'all do me a favor? Please like the video and make sure y'all go to Niecy Dixon's channel tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time, for our interview with Destiny Payton from Love and Marriage Huntsville, the Ooh Ladies First panel. So I love y'all. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. And I'll probably come fuck with y'all tomorrow for RHOA Reality, if not later tonight. But, you know, I'll let y'all know. So yeah, like the video. See y'all later.